In this little video I'm going to show you how to make a small little baby blanket. This is a yarn that is mostly wool, and it's good to use wool with baby blankets because it's not flammable. This wool has a little bit of cashmere in it, which makes it extra soft. Let's see, here's my crochet hook, and crochet is just the French word for hook. And crocheting is basically just pulling hooks through loops. A lot of people start off making a little slip knot, and then they start pulling loops through the slip knot, but that just leaves a knot at the beginning of your work. So what I like to do is just wrap the yarn around a couple times and pull like this, and then grab some yarn and then pull it through that one, and then grab some yarn again, pull it through. This is called the chain stitch, and you'll want to chain stitch as many stitches as you need for one of the sides of the baby blankets. So let's do 30 stitches, so you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's 7 so far, 8, 9, 9, that one doesn't seem right, let's see if that looks right, 10, yeah, that looks right, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You can see how I've got the yarn in my left hand. Got some tension here. I can close this up to hold it tight if I need to, and it's draped over my pointer finger, and the yarn's just down on the floor. Or you can put it in a bowl or something. And see how I kind of grip it right here to keep the yarn from slipping through. If I wasn't gripping it, if I just was holding it loosely like this, I wouldn't have as much control. It might make the loop too big, and I want to control the size of each loop, so each loop is around the same size. Let me count them again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So this is a very small little baby, miniature baby blanket. I'm going to put, oopsie, look, there's a problem here. Didn't loop through right. I'm going to pull out this last one and do it again because there's something wrong with it. The yarn tends to split if you don't grab the whole thing and pull it through. So I'm going to do one extra 31 because this 31st loop is going to end up going back over the top of the 30th loop. And what we're going to do is just build the blanket up row at a time and pull loops through all of these loops as we go backwards. So I'm going to stick the needle into the hole made by the 30th. See that? The 30th chain. And I'm going to pull yarn through it, and then I'm going to grab yarn and pull it through the 2 that are left on the hook. So let me show you again. So this would be the 29th hole. Stick this through, pull it through just one of them, find it, pull it through 2. Now we go back to the 28th loop, pull it through 2. And this is called I think it's called a single crochet. I don't think it's called a double crochet. I think a double crochet is something else. So this just makes a row going all the way back, and I use my left hand to kind of find and grab the beginning of the next loop. I kind of grip it right here so that when I stick the needle in, I have some control. Whoop, see, I messed up there? See how I didn't grab the entire piece of yarn? So I'm going to pull that out, stick my needle back through, and watch more carefully. Grab the whole thing again, and pull it through. So you stick the needle down, and then you come up underneath the yarn, pull it through, and come up underneath the yarn, pull it through. Once we start getting towards the end, or actually the beginning, you want to watch really carefully. Here there are only two chains left, 2 loops left. So here I am going in the second loop that I made. Oh, let me try that again. Yarn split. Oh, this yarn is splitting. I don't like that. Oh. Alright, here we go. Now the first one. Remember how I made 31 chains because the 31st was going to go on top of the first one? Well, now that we're back at the first chain again, I'm going to make an extra one before I turn around so that it can go on top. So here's an extra one, and then I turn the work around so that I can go back the other way. So now I've got a choice of either sticking my hook in just one. You see how it makes like a little V pattern on the top here? I have a choice of putting my hook in just one of the pieces of yarn of the V, or both pieces of yarn in the V. And I like putting it in both, as it just holds better. Otherwise, if you just put it in one, you end up with a pull, like a gap. So we're going to stick, remember this is the extra loop, so we're going to stick the needle in the 2 loops that go on top of the first chain. Pull it through once, pull it through again. Then you stick it in here. You can see it's just beneath both of those yarn pieces that form a V. pull it through once, pull it through twice, stick it in again, see, there's 2 loops, pull it through once, pull it through twice, stick it in again, see there's 2 on top, pull through once, pull through twice, and I'll just march back across the row like this. You can see I'm getting almost to the end now, and it's kind of hard to tell what's the beginning and what's not the beginning, but this right here is the 30th loop, and that's the 29th loop. And like on the side you can see the extra loop I made so that I could walk up, but here this is the 29th loop, and here's the 30th one. And just like I did before, I'm going to do 1 extra chain, turn the work around, and then go back on top of the first, see, the 30th one here, 30, and if we count backwards we'll get all the way back to 1. This is 29, 28, 27, crud. Did I miscount? Let me look at them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, so this was my last one. So here I just make 1 loop to walk up, turn the work around, and then start all over again. So here I am back almost at the end of the row again, or the beginning of the row. I see 2 left right here, just 2 left. And the last one. And then I make 1 extra chain before I turn the work around and go back the other way. And this is how you make a simple little baby blanket from the bottom up. And when you're all done, if you want to put some sort of decorative border around it, let's see, how can I show you how to do a decorative border? I could do like 3 chains and then put my needle in and go 1, 2, and then do like 3 more chains, and then put my needle in and go 1, 2, 3 chains, 1, 2, and this makes kind of a fluffy little border around the edge. Oop. 1, 2, 3. Stick the needle in, pull through 1, wrap, pull through 2. 1, 2, 3. Stick the needle in, pull through 1, wrap, pull through 2. So you can see how that's turning out. A little ruffly edge on the top. Otherwise it's just plain boring like that. And then when you get to the edge, you do the same thing. You march down the side, and you can march around the bottom again too, and have the whole thing covered in ruffles. So that's my simple tutorial on how to make a quick and easy little baby blanket.